What we were discussing in last class? Yeah. So in today's class, we'll understand non-static members execution flow. Okay, look at here. Tell me, when we create object, what happens? When an object is created, JVM executes non-static members in the below order. Which order? First, JVM with the help of new keyword. It allocates memory to all non-static variables with the default values in the order they define from top to bottom, right? First allocate instance. Inside instance, it allocate memory for non-static variables with the default value 0, 0. Yesterday class only, just a simple yesterday class, nothing more. Then further, new keyword call constructor. Then control will go to constructor. Then inside constructor, we have non-static variables initialization. Now look at that. Then next, JVM with the help of constructor, it initializes all non-static variables and executes all non-static blocks in the order they defined from top to bottom. And further, finally, the invoke constructor logic is executed. Okay. Non-static, JVM doesn't execute non-static method automatically. JVM execute non-static method only if we called in any one of the above members. If you don't call method is never executed. Okay. So today class is non-static members execution flow. Please write on this program. Okay, write on these notes. I'll give you some test cases. By applying these 4 points, you must find the output, okay? Look at this program. Tell me what is the output. Output is high NPC. Wrong answer. If you want to execute a class, main method is required. When I run Java example, what is the flow you need to follow? JVM architecture you have to follow. Static members execution you have to follow. Without class loading, static variable, static block execution, how you can think the further execution flow? So you are forgetting previous chapter, right? So bring the previous chapter. When I run Java example, first class is, this is what you are thinking, that is wrong. A non-static members found, so non-static variable memory allocated, initialize, block execute, constructor execute are feeling that is wrong. When class loaded into JVM, first it is searching for static variable, not available. Searching for static block, not available. Then searching for main method, not available. Then throwing error, main method not found. Right? So don't forget JVM architecture, loading, linking, initializing, then executing, 4 steps. Now tell me. Now I'm giving main method here. Below. Inside main method I given 2 statements, main start, main end. What is the output? Now control go to example. Class loaded. After loading, linking. In linking, prepare. There is no static variable. Initialize. There is no static block. Directly execute. Then output will be main start and main end. Okay. Next. If I want to execute non-static members, what I need to do? I need to create object. I need to create object. And then now I am writing object, right? The non-static members executed. Is it an object or reference variable? It is just reference variable. So non-static members are not executed. It's just variable memory create. Tell me, if you want to create, if you want to execute non-static members, you must create object. Object means new keyword. As long as there is no new keyword, there is no object. Either directly or indirectly, new keyword must be there. Then new example I written. Now object is created. Because of this statement, what happened? Now the 4 steps applied. Now. New keyword will allocate memory for new instance for the example class. We'll take the constructor name example. We'll go to example class. finding non-static variable, allocate memory with the default value. Then after new keyword calls constructor, constructor initializes x variable with 10, executes non-static block, then constructor logic executed, control return here, and a new keyword returns the reference 1010 stored on point. Very important point. Who will do this initialization work x equal to 10? Constructor will do. Okay, constructor will do. Then non-static block, constructor logic, and then control come back. Who will return object reference? New keyword will return object reference stored on point. Okay, now, so this is the plain simple program. Now, I want to ask some more little big program. Look at here. Then tell me what the flow of execution of this program. What is the flow of execution? Can you tell me step 1, step 2, step 3 like this? This program, first of all, executed. Can you execute this program? No, because there is no main method. Now I should write main method. I written main method. Okay, now if I run this class, are non-static members executed? If you run this class, are non-static members executed? No. Okay, then I'm writing example E1. Then non-static members are example E1. Tell me, is the non-static members are executed? No. You have to write E equal to new example. Okay, now tell me, what the first step? Class loaded. After loading, searching for static variable not there, searching for static block not there, then main method execution started. In place of, for the statement example E1, reference variable memory created, then new keyword will create instance with reference 1010. Then with the help of class example, it is going to example class. What it will do? Top to bottom, it will allocate memory for top to bottom, it will allocate memory for non-static variables with the default values. That is step number 1. Look into your notes. Look into your notes. New keyword will provide memory to all non-static variables, default values, top to bottom. Searching for int x, searching for int y, allocating their memory here, x0, y0. Then next step is what? New keyword job completed, then constructor required, then new control come back to the new keyword. Now new keyword called example constructor. Then by passing what? Example constructor is called by passing object reference 1010. Now the 1010 will come to constructor. Implicitly inside a constructor there is a variable called this. What is this and all? I'll explain you at this minute. Please accept. Don't ask any question saying that what is this, sir. Okay, accept it. The past argument, the current object argument 1010 will go and store inside this. Okay, inside this 1010 store. Then with the help of this keyword, now constructor access that object and initialize that object. Tell me, inside a constructor, what is the first statement I told you? Inside a constructor, we have super class constructor calling statement will be there. That super class calling constructor executed. Who is the super class calling constructor? I mean, who is the super class? Java.lang.object class. In Java.lang.object class, we do not have any statements. So it is coming back. Then the next statements in the constructor are what? You know, next statements in the constructor are not SOPL and no param constructor. Okay. Implicitly, compiler software will move x equal to 10. So the first statement in the constructor is super parenthesis. Second statement is non-static variable initialization. Third statement is non-static block. Third statement is non-static block. And then fourth statement is again non-static block. Fifth statement is y equal to 20. Sixth statement is non-static block. Now read second statement. What the second statement? Then JVM with the help of constructor. JVM with the help of constructor, what it will do? It performs it performs. With the help of constructor, JVM will initialize or execute non-static variable assignment under non-static blocks, non-static block logic in the order they defined from top to bottom. First x equal to 10, then non-static block, y equal to 20, then again non-static block. After all non-static variables, non-static blocks execution completed, then constructor logic will be executed. After constructor logic execution completed, control return to new keyword return reference 1010 and stored in E1 variable pointing to this object. Everyone understand how the non-static members are executed? If the program given in the interview room, how to find output, did you understand? So I told you, if you want to pass written test exams, either in company or in SEJP exam, okay, you have to Oracle certification exam you want to pass, or what do you call interviews if you want to pass, you must be strong in syntaxes and execution flows. Okay, so expecting all the people write this program and tell me output. Right? What by following above execution flow, find output of below program. By following above execution flow, find output of below program. Completed? All right, let's start writing the statements. First, Java example class loaded, searching for static variable, static blocks not available. Then main method execution started. Then example E1 variable created. Then new keyword create instance. Then X variable, Y variable searching top to bottom, allocated memory with the default values. Don't wait for me to complete. You try. Then new keyword called constructor. Control go to constructor with current object reference 1010 passed as an argument stored in this keyword. Next, here super call, you feel it, okay, super call executed. Then now non-static variable x equal to 10 assignment. Then x value 0 replaced with 10. You can write the numbers now. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, third step is missing. Control come back 4 written. Actually, this is 3, okay? 3. This is a new keyword calling constructor 4. Okay, and coming to constructor 5, storing is 6. 7. Then here 8. 8 step is coming here 8. Okay, now then non-static block continuation steps you can follow, 10th step or 9th step, whatever. Then constructor logic not executed, next non-static block 11. Next one, y equal to 20. Non-static variable, non-static blocks are executed in the order they defined from top to bottom. Then 0 replaced with 20, next non-static block execute. Okay. Now constructor logic execute. After non-static variable, non-static block execution completed, then constructor logic execute. New keyword returns 10 stored in E1 variable pointing to it. Completed, Anna? All you understand? So whatever the theory points I told you, same thing I have shown. Now, read once again all points. Non-static members have chance to execute only when we create a new object. Hence, when we create a new object, what happened? All non-static variables are provided memory with default values from the top to bottom in the order they defined in the class. After non-static variables memory allocated with the default values, new keyword invokes constructor, which we use to create this object. Then constructor first executes all non-static variables assignment and non-static blocks logic in the order they defined from top to bottom in the class. Finally, the constructor logic is executed and object initialization is completed fully. Non-static method is executed only if we invoke. If you don't invoke, non-static method is not executed by JVM. Am I right? This diagram and this flow, both are matching now? For my sake, can you write one more time, please? Not for your sake, for my sake. For my sake, write one more time. All you completed? Okay, now I'll give you one small big program. Can you please find output of the program? Little big program. Okay, look at here. Write on this program and find output by your own. Just apply these statements, okay, nothing more. Don't use your brain. Apply these 4 steps and find output of this program. I want you to draw memory diagram also. For this object, how the memory created, step by step clearly try to draw it, okay? First you complete it and then I will explain. Completed? Still working? Okay, let me start. When class is loaded into JVM, first JVM searching for static variable in the class. There are no static variables. Searching for static block, no static block. Then going for main method. The next, so output is main method started. Now next statement example E1. Okay, example T1 or example E1, whatever variable is created. Then the new keyword allocates memory for example class instance and searching for non-static variables from top to bottom. 1, X memory created 0. Searching down, not there. Down Y found 0. Then Z found 0 because data type is int. Then all the three variables are allocated in order they defined from top to bottom. Then new keyword called constructor. Which constructor? No param constructor. The no param constructor internal logic is initializing non-static variables and executing non-static blocks in the order they defined from top to bottom. X equal to M1. Then control go to M1 method. Then output displaying on console. NSE1 execute. Then return 10. Then return to calling place. From there it is storing in the current object. 0 replace with 10. Then non-static block executed. Searching for further non-static block available. Searching for non-static variable y equal to m2. M2 method executed. Non-static variable 2 executed. Return 20. 20 return to calling place and then from there stored in the current object. Y variable 0 replace with 20. Okay. Then next z equal to m1 method. Then non-static variable 3 is executed. Return 30. 30 return to calling place, z0 replace with 30. And then last non-static block is executed. Okay, after all non-static variables, non-static block execution completed. Now, no param constructor logic is executed. So totally output is coming on console, NPC is executed. Then new keyword return the reference stored in T1 variable point. Right? All the people work same way. Now tell me for second object. Second object, same members are executed, right? Same flow. The difference is in place of no param constructor, string param constructor is executed. All steps are repeated for second object creation, but the difference is string param constructor is executed. Okay, T2 variable, new keyword instance created, X or Y variables memory created default value, then non-static variable executed, non-static block executed, second non-static block executed, second non-static variable executed, third non-static variable executed, third non-static block executed, and string param constructor is executed. Output coming, string param constructor executed. Because no space, I didn't repeat them again, okay? So I hope all you people are now confident in working with non-static methods execution, right? Now tell me what are the compiler adding changes to non-static members in .class file, right? When you develop a class with non-static variables and non-static blocks like this, okay, now tell me, if I write like this, what happened? Try to answer now. Compiler searching for non-static variable, JVM also searching for non-static variable top to bottom. JVM searching for non-static variable top to bottom. Again, JVM searching for non-static variable assignment and non-static block top to bottom. And then searching for a constructor. Is it a time-taking process? So actually compiler software, this is the code you will see in the this. So this is the code you will see in the written test exam. But what the point? Uh, in at execution time, compiler software will not leave the source code as it is. Compiler software will not leave the source code as it is. Compiler software will rearrange this code for fast execution like this. Okay, Java C example.java, when you compile it, dot class file is created. Inside this, all available non-static variables are moved at class level. Then non-static variable, okay, M1 method as it is placed, and constructor, no param constructor. Inside every constructor, first statement is what? Super parenthesis. Then after that, non-static variable assignment, non-static block logic placed top to bottom in the order they defined from top to bottom like this in the same order. This dot x equal to SOPL and this dot y equal to SOPL and this dot z. This keyword I will explain you, don't worry, okay? Then next tell me now. Now the question is, after this super parenthesis and non-static variable, non-static block, now constructor logic will be placed. Are you catching my point? So this is a arrangement done. And now first constructor completed. When you call second constructor also, all non-static variables, non-static blocks again execute now. Then in second constructor also, first statement super parenthesis, the same non-static variable assignment, non-static blocks logic is moved into second constructor. And then SOPL and SPC will be placed. So tell me, after rearranging the code like this, is a JVM at execution time? Execution time is JVM going from one place to another place? No. Go into constructor. Inside constructor, first statement is what? This keyword memory allocated. The next statement, super parenthesis, executed super class constructor. This dot x, M1 method executed, M1 dot x message displayed, return 10 to here, 10 stored in x variable in the current object, 0 replaced with 10. Then non-static block 1, this dot y equal to 30, 30 stored in y variable in current object, 0 replaced with 30. Non-static block 2 executed, this dot z equal to 40, 40 stored. And finally, constructor logic executed, SOPL and NPC. Okay, and then control, after constructor execution completed, control return to calling place. New keyword return, reference to E1, stored in E1 point. Now tell me, like previously, now JVM is moving top to bottom? No. So the point what you need to understand, compiler software doing a lot of code optimization for fast execution. Okay. Please write on these all points. Compiler adding changes. Compiler adding changes to non-static members in the cluster. Completed? Now follow the execution flow. Write that arrow marks. Example E1 equal new example. Okay, next, going to constructor, this keyword store tendon point into. Then going to non-static variable, return type, non-static block 30, non-static block Z40. New keyword return, reference 1010 to E1 student point. Now my question, in an exam, do you have this much time of rearranging this entire code and finding output? No. So you must follow compiler and JVM combination flow. Okay, you must follow compiler and JVM combination flow simply. Okay, should not think like rearranging all those things. So whatever the flow I have explained in the previous diagram, that flow only you should follow. Okay, hope everyone understand on static members execution flow. Okay, next take heading, static or non-static members combination execution flow. Next heading. That's all non-static members completed. Now we need to understand combination. Static, non-static members combination execution flow. What is the output for this program? Find out. Please tell me. Write output yourself first. Find out output, expecting answer from everyone. So you people are following your own way. You are not following the JVM. What JVM do? You are not following JVM activities. JVM first load, then allocate memory for static variables, execute static variable assignment and static block logic, then main method. Please now follow. You are doing all mistakes. If you use your brain, you will give wrong answers. Please don't use your brain. I am telling every time, right? Stop using your brain. Just apply JVM thoughts: loading, linking, initializing, executing. Many people are telling that main method. How main method executed first when you have static block already, static variables already? It's wrong, right? Recollect, recollect. Apply static members execution flow, non-static members execution flow together and find output. Simple. Apply loading, linking, initializing, executing. Loading completed. In linking phase, allocate memory for static variables with the default values. Draw JVM architecture diagram. Take three memory areas: method area, heap area, Java stacks area. Load it, allocate memory, and execute. Right? All are you trying or not trying? Draw JVM architecture diagram. This is the last program of execution flows. Draw JVM architecture diagram. Okay, because of Java example, the memory allocated like this. Next step what? Class loading. Class is loaded into JVM. Class is loaded into JVM. Inside example class, even variable memory created, even variable, then generally static block will be at end. Non-static block is part of constructor. The next what will come here? Static variable A here, and then non-static variable X. Okay, I told you now, compiler will move all variables at a class level. Okay, and then next what it will be there? Constructor, and then main method, okay, I'll do one thing. Okay, that will be there. And then last what will be the static block. This is the loading order. After loading, okay, let me try to work directly here, okay, so that you don't have confusion. After loading, what happened? Tell me. First, allocates memory for static variables, right? Is it a static variable? It is a static variable, right? Then E1 variable memory allocated in method area. It is a class level variable. So default value null will be stored. Next, searching for another static variable available here. Static int A. A variable memory allocated with default value 0. If you imagine from JVM point of view, E1 variable memory allocated here, and A variable memory allocated here with the default values null and 0. Okay, until now. After variables memory allocated, what is the next step? Static variables must be initialized. Static variables must be initialized. Static variable memory allocated. After memory allocation, initialization, and then static block executed in the order that defined from top to bottom. E1 equal new example. Hey, E1 equal new example, and first new keyword should allocate memory, na? Right? Example class object is created with reference 10. The new keyword searching for non-static variables available in this class. Yes, found. Okay, non-static variable found. Non-static variable memory allocated with X variable with the default value what? 0. Okay, and then now it is searching. Again, control come to top level. Searching for non-static variable, non-static block. Yes, non-static block is there. Allocating, executing, and displaying output on console. What is the output coming? Here I need to write. Output is coming non-static block. After non-static block execution completed, X equal to 20 execute. Then 0 replace with 20. Okay, 0 replace with 20. Then Now constructor logic execute. Which constructor invoked? No param. No param constructor logic executed. Output coming here. Constructor. Right? Now tell me, all you people has given wrong answer. No? Are you correcting your answers? Why you give wrong answer? Because you are using your brain. If you stop using your brain, you always give right answer. Follow the steps I given, but simple. Okay. When class loaded into JVM, loading, then linking, then initializing further execution. In loading phase, class bytecode stored in JVM. In a linking phase, static variables memory allocated. In an initialization phase, non-static variables assignment, static variables assignment and static blocks are executed in the order they define from top to bottom. Right? Tell me, if the static variable is referenced variable, the assigned with object, then what executed? It executes non-static block, non-static variable, constructors are also executed. This idea should become simple when an object is created. Why you confused? Confusing because you are using your brain. If you don't use your brain, you never confuse. What next step? Tell me. And now next step, what executed after? Now this static variable initialization completed, and a new keyword return, new keyword return, reference 1010 to E1 variable, 1010 replace with, now replace with 1010, pointing to it. Okay, then after that, what will get? Static block execute. Am I right? After static variable initialization completed, static block execute. Okay, now? Then after static block, searching for static variable still there, a equal to 10. Now 0 replace with 10. Then do we have any other static variable static block? No. Now main method logic execute. Okay. Now main method got a chance to execute. Now what is the output? Main. Inside the main method, what you did? You created one more object. Then tell me, E2 variable provided memory inside class or inside method? Inside method. With default value, without default value? Without default value, empty object. Okay. And then equal to new example. Object is created. Again, top to bottom searching for non-static variable. Memory form. X variable memory created with default value 0. Reference is 2020. Next, going to top, searching for are there any non-static variable to initialize? No, non-static block is there. Non-static block again executed and message displaying on console, non-static block. Then searching for any other non-static block, no, non-static variable. Non-static variable 0 replace with 20. Okay, and then constructor logic execute. and then 2020 stored in int point int. Okay, so finally 2 objects created. One is from class level, another is from method. Both memory allocated inside, both objects created inside heap area. Now the C1 variable is available in method area. The C2 variable is available in Java stack set. So this is the combination of static, non-static members execution. So observe here the confusion is static block. Generally people say static block first executed. Static block not first executed. Depending on the place you created object. If object created before static block, non-static members are executed first. Okay, if you create object inside main method, non-static members executed as part of main method. So try to do your own experiments. Okay, do more experiments and try to find more test cases and practice. So this is the story about static, non-static members execution. Okay, all you people understand? First we discussed static members individually, then we discussed non-static members individually. Now we combine static, non-static members together. So wherever you create object, using static reference variable you create, or non-static reference variable you create, or using local reference variable you create, object is always created in heap area. Okay, I will give you one big program, combination of static, non-static members. Just to try to take screenshots and try. It's a big program. Try to take screenshots by your own and try to find output by your own. And test in your system, your output same, then your thinking is correct. Don't confuse, just apply static, non-static members execution flow. When class is loaded, first static variables memory allocated with the default values top to bottom. Then static variables initialization, static blocks executed, finally main method. Either in static variable initialization or in static block body or in main method body, if you create object, then non-static members are executed. First screen, second screen. And third screen. Big program, very big program. Fourth screen. Totally 4 screens are there. Many objects at different place. Torture program. Minimum it will take 1 hour for you to complete to find output. Okay, finding output by your own, also test in the system also, both. Yeah, so that's all about today class. First screen, second screen, third and fourth. Yeah, what did we discuss in today class? Non-static members. Today class is non-static members execution flow, compiler adding changes with respect to non-static members, combination of static, non-static members execution flow. Okay. Tomorrow we will discuss this keyword. Okay, tomorrow we'll understand what is this keyword, why this keyword, what the use of this keyword, we'll try to understand. Thank you everyone. See you all. Bye bye. See you all tomorrow.